Good afternoon, Bio Nation. I hope you are doing well today. My name is Matt Williamson, and you are watching Marietta College Esports. So this afternoon, we have a back-to-back Overwatch action coming at your way as the Pioneers will be first going up against Mount Vernon Nazarene University in the Great Lakes Esports Conference. And then shortly after that, they will be playing against Alma College. So we should be starting up the Mount Vernon Nazarene match pretty soon. And then the Alma College match will be around 3 o'clock or so, depending on how long this match goes. But we are getting things set up. So let's go over a couple things while we're waiting to get everyone into the lobby. So first and foremost, who will be playing on the Overwatch team for today? I'm glad you asked. So in no particular order, we will have, well, I might just be going through the list here. So we'll have junior Austin Amash, XD, you died. We will have freshman Jeffrey Dolby, Portal Runner, junior Bailey Matheny, Argo, freshman Corey McFan, C4 Gamer, and freshman Eric Schnake, Juggernaut playing. And then we have our head coach, Derek Games. All right, we are getting everyone added, so we should be starting soon. So let's go over a few announcements while we're getting all that set up. So first, we do want to give a shout out to HyperX for being the official peripheral sponsor for Marietta College Esports. They have provided our facility with keyboards, mice, headsets, mouse pads, microphones. The quality is great. If you want to get your own HyperX gear, please be sure to go to hyperx.gg/MariettaES. The QR code is on your screen. They have some great deals on products. I bought one of their cloud headsets over the winter break. Fantastic, very comfortable, so definitely check that out. We also want to give a shout out to Over the Moon Pizza for their support. Every Tuesday, they have their Marietta College night at their restaurant on Front Street, Marietta, where you can get good deals on pizza and drinks and desserts and other things. They'll have their Nintendo Switch available where you can play games such as Mario Kart or Mario Party or Super Smash, and they air our matches on their televisions. So definitely go check them out on Tuesdays. We also want to take a minute to thank everyone for their support during the Day of Giving this past Tuesday. We did our 15-hour stream marathon, and we raised over $1,000 among 25 donors. There was also a competition among the varsity athletic teams for the highest percentage, and we did win that since we only had a small number of esports alumni. So we won an additional $1,000. So thank you so much for your support. It's definitely helping us get a couple steps closer towards the goal, because we want to try to raise enough funds to get some more computers for our students. And I think we were able to get enough, or we can help out our Smash team and get them a couple of things. So I mean, this is all comes down to trying to make sure that we help provide what our students need so they can succeed in esports. But yeah, there's a variety of ways to help support our program. So I mean, whether it's actually giving, there is a link on our Twitch channel if you wanted to. Even just following us and liking what we put on social media is great. Subscribing is also a great way. We appreciate your subscriptions. If you're not in a position to pay for a subscription, but you have Amazon Prime, there is this thing called Prime Gaming where you can create a Twitch account for free, link it to Amazon Prime, and that gives you Prime Gaming, which gives you all sorts of perks, such as free in-game items for different titles, free games, and a free sub that you can use every month to a channel of your choice, including ours. And you get all sorts of perks with that, such as instant access to our VODs. We do put them up on YouTube, but we do make sure that they are available on... it takes a couple days to get everything processed and set up, but if you want to access them right away, then they are available on our Twitch channel right away. And you get access to our emotes created... I cannot talk. I apologize. You get access to our emotes, courtesy of our communication and brand management department. You can see all different ways to express your emotions as our teams are playing. So that all comes with a Twitch subscription. Of course, we're always looking for more students for our esports program. Whether you're a current Marietta College student or a high school student, we have varsity titles in Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch 2, Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, Super Smash Bros., and Valorant. So we do have our dedicated facility on campus. We have several coaches. So not only do we have Derek, but we also have coaches for our League of Legends, Rocket League, and Rainbow Six teams. I make sure I said them all. Yeah, Rocket League, Rainbow Six, and League of Legends. We do have dedicated coaches for those titles. We also try to provide some programming support for our students, and there are scholarships available. So more information can be found in our link tree, linktr.ee/Marietta Esports. Speaking of scholarships, yes, we do offer scholarships for high school seniors and college transfers. There is a tryout process, and we are doing some tryouts today. So it might be a little tricky to sign up for a tryout today if you haven't done so already. But we will have some tryouts in March, and we'll have at least one more in April. So it's just filling out the recruitment forms. But it looks like we are getting into Lijon Tower, and let's go to Lijon Tower! In this best of 5 series, Marietta will be the blue team on this one. Mount Vernon Nazarene will be the red team. So we will see what kind of composition the Pioneers are going to go with. All right, let's see what comes out. I mean, there was that patch that came out a few weeks ago, and that may alter some of the compositions. We see C4 Gamer at tank bringing out the Wrecking Ball. Very interesting choice. But we're also going to see a Cassidy and a Sojourn at supports. We've got Juggernaut going to be on the Mercy. Argo bring out the Lucio. But we're going to see from Mount Vernon Nazarene. It looks like the Ramatra, but they may be looking at a portal strategy with the Symmetra. So we will find out. Marietta's looking to rush in with the Wrecking Ball. But Mount Vernon Nazarene is going to be right there using that portal. C4 Gamer is going to try to get up to point, but looks like Mount Vernon Nazarene will be contesting up to point first. C4 Gamer is going to knock people back, but will fall back, and now Mount Vernon Nazarene is going to collapse right onto the Pioneers. Portal Runner goes down first, and they're pushing Marietta back to their spawn point. And now with the objective available, Mount Vernon Nazarene will be able to claim it, but we are seeing that Ramantra is still causing a lot of problems for Marietta. Argo trying to get a pick, but just not going to be able to do enough damage to finish him off. So now Marietta is going to have to kind of regroup, look for some kind of pick. Udai does get taken down. And Porter Runner had a little bit of a damage boost, but was just not able to get any picks. And we're seeing C4 Gamer is going to swap over to the Reinhardt. Trying to use that shield to move forward. Gets the Fire Strike, going to try to charge, but gets trapped himself. And the ultimate's already coming out for Ramatra. C4 Gamer does get Lucio, but Juggernaut and Reinhardt are going to fall. And Marietta will get pushed back once again. Udai bringing out the May, but not making a difference here. So now the control point's at 55%. Argo does have his ultimate ready, and he's going to pop it right away. But Riptide is going to be coming out for Mount Vernon Nazarene, takes out Portal Runner. And we're going to see the character comes out for Mount Vernon Nazarene as well. Trying to keep everyone up. Seeing Juggernaut on the Mercy. Trying to get those heals on, using the Valkyrie to get some distance. But we're going to see Udai falls, but 3 of the Pioneers do go down. Points at 85%. And I don't know if Marietta's going to be able to make to the point. They do have a couple of ultimates, but they're going to have to just blast right through. Blizzard's going to be coming out, but once again, their Ramatra ultimate's going to come out. And Mount Vernon Nazarene will get the first round.
Score 0-1.
So that was just well executed by Mount Vernon Nazarene. Just pretty much asserting dominance right from the get-go. Pushing Marietta back to the spawn point and never really having an opportunity to, if I can get the controls working right. But yeah, never giving Marietta a chance to contest onto the point after that first fight. So we're going to see a little bit of a change up. XD is going to try the Bastion. Yeah, but he does try to adjust and adapt. Where if something isn't quite working, he will swap to another DPS to see if it works better. Meanwhile, it's looking like Nazarene's going to go with a combination of a Winston with Pharmacy. Let's see for Gamer bringing out their Reinhardt. But with Winston in the back lines, causing all sorts of problems for Marietta. But they're trying to get some damage onto Winston at about a third of his health. Juggernaut does go down though, almost getting the Winston down, but getting a ton of heals. But meanwhile, C4 Gamer is going to be losing some health. And we're going to see the DPS for Marietta has fallen, and so has C4 Gamer. So now Marietta's going to have to reset, and Mount Vernon Nazarene will capture the points first. So now Marietta's going to have to regroup. We're going to see, are they going to try to go through the bridge? They're actually going to work their way around. And Mount Vernon Nazarene does know this, but Winston's going to try to flank from behind. But we're seeing XDUDI does get picked off. Just a kind of a risky play with the Widowmaker trying to be separate from the team. Gets caught and punished. But now we see Winston right onto the point. And Portal Runner gets taken down. You know, C4 Gamer is going to try to make a play. But the ultimate for the Pharah comes out and able to take down two. Not sure what's going on with the controls. I apologize. I'm trying to set up right, but anyway, the point is at 57%. And Mount Vernon Nazarene is continuing to hold strong. Marietta does have Shatter ready if needed, and they almost have Valkyrie. But 3 ultimates are ready for Mount Vernon Nazarene if needed. Points now at 70%. Marietta's going to have to move quickly. They are going to try to rotate around again. Portal Runner on the cast, he's going to try to take out the Pharah. Gets a lot of damage, but does get healed back up. Meanwhile, SDDI does bring out the Soldier. But Deadeye is available, and the Kasumi, it will be coming out. Deadeye comes, tries to pick. But right now, everyone's well protected and does not get any value out of the Deadeye. Meanwhile, Death Blossom comes out for Mount Vernon Nazarene, and we're already at overtime. And Mount Vernon Nazarene is winning that fight. It's just Ardo who does end up falling. And Mount Vernon Nazarene will take the first map 2-0. And the game will be on the Ramatra with that early game presence in the first map. Just did a very good job zoning, using his buff to do a ton of damage and push everyone back. But with that, Mount Vernon Nazarene will take the first map 2-0. Just a very dominating performance. They are a very good team. We were following their match with Ohio Northern a couple weeks ago, and they did take Ohio Northern 3-2. And we know how good Ohio Northern is, so that tells you the caliber of this team. But, all right, so Marietta will get to choose the next map. It should be hybrid. Now, if I remember correctly, we're still using the old map pools. You know, in the latest update, there has been a change in the maps for ranked, and several of the leagues have adopted to the new map pools. And in the GLEC, we're still voting on it, but from what I can tell, in fact, while we're waiting, I'll go ahead and check on Discord, but I'm pretty sure we're going to adopt the yeah, it looks like we're going to adopt the new map pools, but it hasn't taken effect yet. So I would say in a couple weeks that will be the case. It looks like it's going to be King's Row for the next map. So let's go ahead and get in here.
King's Row.
And I think Mount Vernon Nazarene wanted to play offense first, which is very interesting. Since they Yeah, they will be playing offense first. So normally, if you have a choice, most teams will go for defense first, just because if you have a good stop, then it wouldn't take much to win while you're on offense. But it looks like Mount Vernon Nazarene wants to go on offense first. So we will see what their strategy is for that. So for Marietta's composition, C4 Gamer is going to bring out the Reinhardt. Portal Runner is going to be swapping over to Reaper, and Udai will bring out May. Juggernaut's going to be bringing back Moira. He's very proficient with the Moira, and Argo's going to bring out Zenyatta. Meanwhile, for Mount Vernon Nazarene, interesting, going to be looking at a Junker Queen for the looking at Junker Queen for the tank. Also a Reaper, but Nami bringing out the Torbjorn. But we're still going to see Lucio and Kiriko as the supports.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend
Mount Vernon Nazarene is going to be heading straight in. And we're going to see Nami probably bring out that turret very soon. Yeah, brings that out, trying to do the extra damage. And that's enough to take out Juggernaut. We see you guys bring out the May wall to kind of block the turret. Portal Runner does take down the Junker Queen. But now it's a fight between the Reapers. The C4 Gamer is going to go down. But we see Udai will take down Reaper. Has to use Ice Block to stay alive. Bring out the wall for some extra cover. And a nice pick onto Kiriko. Yeah, trying to get that turret under control, doing a bunch of damage, and does finish that off. So Marietta is holding for a little bit. Put her back on the Reaper, trying to look for a flank from behind. Not getting a whole lot of damage. You know, Juggernaut trying to keep Udai up, who's been doing very well on the May so far. And Kiriko's going to spot the Reaper, trying to flank from behind. And Blizzard's going to be coming out for Udai. Will take down the turret. And Marietta is continuing to push back. Kiriko ult is going to come out though, maybe looking for an opportunity for Mount Vernon Nazarene to push forward. But C4 Gamer low in health, but does get a pick onto Doster. But C4 Gamer and Argo will go down. Portal Runner takes down the turret. But now we see Mount Vernon Nazarene starting to take control of the map. Ice Wall's going to be coming out, but Udai will get picked off. And that is going to be an unofficial team kill. So Marietta was able to hold for a little bit, but it's going to look like Mount Vernon Nazarene will secure the first point and the payload.
Objective lost.
So now we're seeing Mount Vernon Nazarene trying to buy some space. Shatter comes out and gets 3, and that's a great play there by C4 Gamer to try to slow down Mount Vernon Nazarene as the payload was spawning, but it was a great play, but I don't know if it really did a whole lot because it was still waiting for the payload to spawn. But now we see the Junker Queen all coming out, gets blocked by the ice wall. Argo does fall in the process, and Marietta's going to have to fall back. They do have some ultimates ready, and I know that Portal Runner was looking for an opportunity to use Death Balls. I'm not going to be able to do so. That turret just causing a lot of issues for the Pioneers. Portal Runner does end up going down, and they're getting pushed back to the next checkpoint. And right now, we're just seeing so much space being bought by Mount Vernon Nazarene that they're just going to cruise along as they head towards second checkpoint. Marietta's going to have to push back. Udai, it looks like, is going to SD and maybe swap something else, but Blizzard is ready, so very uncharacteristic to reset like that. But now we see Molten Core coming out, Ultimate's coming left and right. There's the healing by Argo. They try to keep everyone up. Portal Runner does get a pick. And the Reaper Death Blossom from Mount Vernon Nazarene is going to take off several of the Pioneers. And Udai is going to fall back, but uses the Ice Block, but I don't think it's going to last very long. And turret is going to end up finishing him off. And Mount Vernon Nazarene will get the next checkpoint with 4 minutes on the clock. So a lot of time remains. They do have 2 ultimates. Marietta has 3. So they're going to have to regroup once again to see if they can stop Mount Vernon Nazarene from getting the last point. But that turret is causing a lot of problems. That Udai does pick that off. The 2 healing support ultimates come out for Nazarene, but as well as Blizzard and Coalescence. Joker Queen does get taken down before being able to use their ultimate, so this is a good push by Marietta. And they will hold, although Kiriko is still around, just kind of hanging out up here. So Marietta had to use 3 of their ultimates to win that fight. 3 minutes remain in the round, so we'll see if they can hold. C4 Gamer does get the pick onto Nami, who did have an ultimate ready, but Udai, I think, is going to reset, it looks like. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a huge shatter there, but Immortality comes out by Kiriko to keep them alive. The Forerunner is going to get the pick onto the Reaper, looking to get Junker Queen from behind. It's the sticky grenade. Gonna have to rotate around, taking some hits. C4 Gamer is gonna get a pick onto the Lucio. And a great fire strike by C4 Gamer, and Joker Queen does get taken out, and the turret goes down as well. Marietta is continuing to hold. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remain in the round, and they do have 1 ultimate ready, almost 2. Meanwhile, Mount Vernon Nazarene still has the Molten Core. They almost have the Kiriko ult ready to go, though. Now Juggernaut has the Coalescence ready if needed. And Coalescence is going to be popped. And it's just doing a bunch of damage. Molten Core is coming out for Mount Vernon Nazarene. But we're going to see 2 already fall for Mount Vernon Nazarene. So just 1 ultimate. Marietta had a great push. Now we're down to about 1:30. The Kiriko ult's going to be coming out. And so will Blizzard and Death Blossom. And Argo gets taken out before he can use his ultimate. And it's just C4 Gamer that's left, and that is going to be Mount Vernon Nazarene's opportunity to push forward. But they should be able to respawn and try to get another push in. They do have Deadeye and Shatter ready. But now 1 minute remains. Can the Pioneers hold? They are going to have to contest this payload very soon. The turret does get taken down. C4 Gamer looking for an opportunity for the Shatter. They do need to take out that shield before using it. The beat comes out, and there's the Shatter. Immortality comes out in reaction. And the Argo brings out the heal. Turret does get taken down. We see Argo is going to take down the Reinhardt. Udai goes down, but C4 Gamer is going to fall. Forerunner is going to try to take down the and does so. Try to take out the Reaper too. 15 seconds remain. And Marietta might hold this. There's only 10 seconds remaining. And all of Mount Vernon Nazarene is just way over here. But they are going to try to rush onto the payload. And Marietta's going to try to prevent it. And they take down both the Lucio and the Reinhardt before they get to the payload. And Marietta holds.
0-2. Switching sides.
So a great stop by the Pioneers over by the end of the end of the map. But that means if Marietta wants to take King's Row, they are going to have to get to the payload to this spot and just a little bit farther than that. Otherwise, Mount Vernon Nazarene will secure the map. So we'll have to see how Marietta does on offense. So win condition is set. Marietta seems to be going with a similar composition before, except Portal Runner bringing out the Widowmaker, probably looking for an early pick right at the beginning of the round. Now everyone's just getting set up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Actually, I think it was Portal Runner swapping to the Widowmaker, sorry, but he's going to bring back the cast. He did not find the opportunity he wanted. And meanwhile, we're going to see Nami on the Soldier 76 instead of Torbjorn this time, and they're bringing out the Sigma for their tank. Now Marietta's going to try to push back Mount Vernon Nazarene and get a lot of space as they're continuing to capture the payload. See, a lot of damage is coming out, but Marietta's already got the point to 2 ticks. And they're just doing a good job of buying space. A great pick there by Portal Runner, but the rest of the Pioneers do fall. So they get 2 ticks onto the by the payload very early on, but they just were not able to hold on long enough to secure the payload. So now they're got to reset and try again. So they're going to try to use the same strategy. They just got to get 1 tick off of the payload. See the Maywall coming out, the zone out Mount Vernon Nazarene, and they're going to continue starting to see if they can claim the point. But it's a 2-for-1 trade now. Kiriko does come out for Mount Vernon Nazarene. Portal Runner looking to get the pick, but it's another 2-for-1. But Sigma does get resurrected by the Mercy using Valkyrie. So another stop by Mount Vernon Nazarene. So now we're going to see Mount Vernon Nazarene playing a little bit more aggressively. Kiriko coming a little bit closer to see if they can get a quick pick on the Kiriko. And Zenyatta's going to fight the Kiriko, who will retreat. Coalescence is going to be coming out, but the Sigma ult's going to be coming out as well, trying to keep everyone alive during that. But Portal Runner is going to fall. Blizzard's going to be coming out, and so will Shatter. And they will get a couple kills. Death Blossom, though, from behind is going to finish off the Pioneers. So another stop by Mount Vernon Nazarene. So they popped 2 ultimates there. Actually 3, but it was not enough. They do have Deadeye available. Soldier 76 has Tactical Visor. But now Marietta has about 1:10 left to get this last tick on the payload. Alright, straight goes out. Here comes the Deadeye as well as the Tactical Visor. And a huge double kill by Portal Runner. He gets a 3rd and a 4th. And Marietta does secure that first checkpoint and gets a team kill themselves. Great job there by Portal Runner to set up with the Deadeye, being so patient to find the openings. So now Marietta is going to be looking to, if I can, there we go. Yeah, they're going to be looking to get some space and move the payload along. And what's interesting is because they got the team kill right as they captured, it forced Mount Vernon Nazarene to go back to their back spawn point, which allowed Marietta to buy some space even more. Valkyrie's coming out for Mount Vernon Nazarene. C4 Gamers just kind of being that front line, using the main wall. Immortality comes out for a little bit. Shatter is available if needed. Does get the Shatter and catches 2. And the Sigma does go out, and the Blizzard is going to be coming out for Marietta, getting some more picks and more kills coming out for Marietta. So they were struggling on that first point, but they already got the payload to the second one. So So now they got 3 minutes and 30 seconds to get the payload to pretty much the end here. So can they take this map, folks? The Sigma ult's going to be coming out and does catch two. Tactical Visors coming out by Nami. Immortality Field's coming out. Marietta did swap to Baptiste, but Udide is going to get taken down. So now 3 minutes remain. And the window is going to be ready for Argo. While Kiriko has her ultimate ready too. Let's see, Porter Runner's Deadeye is available. Takes some hits, has to fall back. Udide looking to try to make a pick. Uses the May Wall's cover. Kiriko ult is going to be coming out. Trying to keep everyone's 4-gamer, takes a lot of damage, has to fall back. Yes, he's the Immortality Field, but does get taken down, and that's going to be Mount Vernon Nazarene's opportunity to push forward. Just popping those ultimates, forcing Marietta back. Has to use the ice block to stay alive. So now 2 minutes remain in the round. And Deadeye and Coalescence are available, and here comes Coalescence for Juggernaut. Using that to try to push some extra damage onto Sigma, but Death Blossom comes from behind. Immortality Field prevents a little bit of damage, but it's not going to be enough. And it's going to be a 3K by the Reaper. Porter Runner does finish him off, but that's still going to force Marietta back. And that is going to be a team kill for Mount Vernon Nazarene. Pioneers now have a minute 30 remain. They have Deadeye and Blizzard ready to go. But they got the payload to about halfway to where they need to get to the end, but they're gonna have to win a couple of team fights if they want to secure this map. So we're gonna see, will that Blizzard be coming out to try to get some space? The Sigma ultimate coming out, and the Maywall prematurely popping the ice block as a defense mechanism. And Porter Runner does get taken out. Blizzard's gonna come out though, looking to get a pick onto the Mercy. We're seeing Juggernaut is going to get taken down. Tactical Visor is going to come out for Nami, but Argo is going to get the kill. But we now have about 35 seconds, and Marietta is going to have to regroup. They got the payload so close, but they're going to have to move as a group very quickly. They got about 30 seconds. They're going to have to go now. But the advantage they have is they have 2 ultimates ready. Meanwhile, Mount Vernon Nazarene does not have any. Kiriko's almost ready to go. And Udine's going to bring out the Bastion to try to get some turret damage in. But Marietta needs to fight onto the payload. Window's going to be coming out. And Deadeye's going to come out as well as the Kiriko ult. Gets a little bit of damage on the Sigma, but no actual kills. But Nami's going to get taken down. Marietta's trying to fight onto the payload. But they are starting to push, and they may be driving Mount Vernon Nazarene back. They get the pick onto the Mercy. They are just so close, 0.8 meters away. Coalescence is coming out for Juggernaut and does get the kill into Sigma, but Death Blossom is going to come out. Immortality Field will keep them alive, and they do get the kill onto Reaper. And Marietta, I think, is going to hold off with the Tracer trying to contest. But now the Mercy comes back, and Marietta does secure map 2 in a very close overtime.
Play of the game.
And play of the game will go to Porter Runner on the Cassie. On right here is what solidified Marietta to be able to continue on here, getting the 2K with Deadeye, taking down the Reaper and getting some damage onto Mercy, although C4 Gamer got the kill, but then taking down Nami. He basically had the ace there. But that was amazing. So the Pioneers now tying up 1 map apiece. So this has turned into a best of 3, folks. And that means we're finally going to see a push. We haven't seen a push map in a while. But first things first, the third map is going to be an escort. Mount Vernon Nazarene will get to choose that. And then Marietta will get to choose the side. And then the next game, it'll be match point for someone. It will be push. And then if it goes to a game 5, that will be control. But yeah, I mean, we're just seeing Marietta gelling very well, holding Mount Vernon Nazarene to that third point, and then just really digging deep and coordinating very well on the picks. But all right, so see Mount Vernon, I can even tell the team is so hyped with taking that. So we're gonna see how things go. We're just waiting for everyone to choose. Yeah, I think Mount Vernon Nazarene chooses the map, and Marietta will choose the side here. So we're just kind of waiting for the decisions. I know they're gonna be talking things over, but yeah, I can tell the team is very pumped by that. Very encouraging because Mount Vernon Nazarene has a very good Overwatch team. As I was saying earlier, a few weeks ago when they were playing against Ohio Northern, it was back and forth, went to game 5, and Mount Vernon Nazarene took down Ohio Northern 3-2, and then Ohio Northern came back and beat us 3-0. So the fact that we're able to take a game onto Mount Vernon Nazarene is very encouraging. So we'll see if the Pioneers can continue that momentum on Escort. But all right, so it's looking like Mount Vernon Nazarene wants to play on Junkertown. So we'll see what side Marietta wants to be. They're going to do a roster swap, which is perfectly fine. You're allowed to swap people in and out. So they'll be swapping in the a player. So now we'll see what side Marietta wants to go on, if they want to start defense or if they want to go on offense. I would think they would want to start on defense. We'll see. I'm not the team. I can't speak on their behalf. Okay, I think the rosters are set. So now we're just waiting for side selection. And no one's saying anything yet. So right now, unless I told otherwise, I'm going to assume that Marietta is going to be on defense. I think the team is still very stoked, so they might just need a second to kind of simmer down and refocus and be ready for the next map, because that's just one map. They still got to win 2 more if they want to take this series. But, all right, hopefully we'll be starting up soon. Okay, ready checks are coming in, so it looks like Marietta will be on defense first for Junkertown. So Marietta is saying that they are ready, so as soon as Mount Vernon Nazarene is ready, we will get things underway. And I'm just waiting to the chat to see what everyone is saying. Looks like Mount Vernon Nazarene is ready to go, so we should be starting any second. And yep, here we go.
Welcome to Junkertown. Initiating match.
All right, let me get my bearings. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, so let me actually adjust one thing here, because I realize it's supposed to be a best of 5, not a best of 3. So there we go. I'm going to make sure that's set appropriately. All right, so Marietta will start on defense first, and we're going to see C4 Gamer on the right heart again. Polar Runner bringing out the Soldier 76. Interesting choice. Been playing very well on the Cassidy, but going to side with Soldier this time. Udai will stay on the May. Juggernaut bring out Mercy here. And then Argo will be on the Baptiste. Alright, and then for Mount Vernon Nazarene, we're going to see Sigma as tank. And we see the Widowmaker, but that might just be for an early pick. We see the Ashe, the Kiriko, followed by Mercy.
1. Attackers incoming.
Okay, trying to get some damage onto the Kiriko. Gets Kiriko with about half health. So it looks like they're going to stick with the Widowmaker. try to see if you can find an early pick by the spawn point, but yeah, they're going to stick with it. And does get a pick onto Portal Runner. That is going to force a res from Juggernaut. And Mount Vernon Nazarene is going to be pushing that payload. Juggernaut gets picked off by the Widowmaker. So we're seeing C4 Gamer has lost the barrier. Is going to have to get that recharge using the Immortality Field. And the Immortality Field does go down. So right now, just a lot of damage coming out for Mount Vernon Nazarene. The Portal Runner has to fall back to reload. Trying to get some damage onto the Sigma. Meanwhile, Udai does get picked off. Versus trying to get heals up. I don't think they're going to be able to get the res off, though. Meanwhile, Argo trying to do as much damage as possible. Juggernaut does get taken out. Immortality Field comes out, and so does the window, just to try to keep everyone alive. But we're seeing Bob is going to be coming out for Mount Vernon Nazarene as well. And Argo and Udai do fall, and so does C4 Gamer. And Bob takes down Portal Runner. So that will be a checkpoint for Mount Vernon Nazarene.
Welcome to Junkertown.
So now Junkertown's going to be coming out. Yeah. Yeah, so they're just going to start moving the payload and try to buy some space. Marietta's going to be coming back. They do have Shatter ready to go. But we see almost 4 ultimates ready for Mount Vernon Nazarene, only having to burn the Bob ult in that last fight. And Portal Runner was on the Hanzo, gets picked off. Sigma ult's going to be coming out. Immortality Field's going to be used, but Argo gets picked off before he even lands. Juggernaut's going to try to get the res off. But right now, the Pioneers are very split in what they're doing. Juggernaut gets picked off by the Sigma, and Mount Vernon Nazarene is going to just continue to push that payload. And we're seeing that Udai and C4 Gamer also fall, but Marietta is getting picked off one by one. We're not seeing the cohesiveness that we saw in the last game. And now Mount Vernon Nazarene is going to get to the second checkpoint with a lot of time remaining. 5 minutes and about 20 seconds. And they're going to continue to push Marietta back even further. And we're seeing an Ash up there trying to finish off May, and will do so. And now we're going to see Portal Runner on the Genji. They're trying to get some picks behind the lines. Or at least throwing out some ninja stars and using his melee capabilities. Mercy trying to keep it up. Does have a Valkyrie ready when needed. Meanwhile, Udai has Blizzard ready, but Bob is going to be coming out, uses the wall to keep everyone alive. The Kiriko ult's going to be coming out too. Shatter comes out for C4 Gamer, but Udai and the Immortality Field go down, and it's just a ton of damage left and right. Valkyrie's coming out for Juggernaut to try to keep everyone alive, but Argo's going to fall. And we're just seeing a lot of damage coming out from Mount Vernon Nazarene, and they got the payload almost to their point, and there's still about 4 minutes, over 4 minutes remaining, and Marietta's going to have to make a stand. They do have Blizzard ready. C4 Gamer bringing out the Winston, and there comes the window and the Blizzard, but Sigma brings out the ultimate. Portal Runner goes down but gets res, but Udai falls to Sigma's ult. Immortality Field is going to go down. Now we see Valkyrie coming out from Mount Vernon Nazarene. Argo is going to go down. And we're just seeing Mount Vernon Nazarene just coming back with a vengeance. 1.2 meters, but they will get the team kill and secure the round 3-0 with 3 minutes and 43 seconds remaining.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
So we are just seeing like how relentless Mount Vernon Nazarene can be. They did not let the loss on King's Road deter them. They regrouped and they just came back in a commanding fashion. So now we're going to see Pioneers are going to have to get to that third point just to tie it up to go into extra rounds. Otherwise, Mount Vernon Nazarene will take the map.
Ready for battle.
gonna see C4 Gamer's gonna stay with the Winston. Forerunner's gonna stick with Genji. Juggernaut bring out Moira this time instead of the Mercy. And then we're gonna see pretty much the same composition from Mount Vernon Nazarene. It works so well, so there's not really a need to change it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Alright, so Marietta's right onto the payload at first. One thing that's going to be challenging at first is this first third of it is really about distance. Although Udai tried to bring out the Widowmaker and gets taken down by Mount Vernon Nazarene's Widowmaker, but the Winston pick going to have to dive in, does get taken out by Ashe right away, but aside from that does not really have a lot of long range. It does have some more long range capability than it did in Overwatch 1, but it's still not a substantial amount of damage, but still going to stick with it. And Udai's going to swap over to Soldier 76, but Marietta's kind of stuck at their spawn point. So we're going to see C4 Gamer looking to get a pick, but going to head over back to the payload instead. A lot of damage from Ashe's Dynamite, but gets taken down before he can even leap over the platform. Forerunner's going to go down too. And we're just seeing the Pioneers getting picked off one by one. Argo swapped over to Zenyatta, and it doesn't seem to be working. Still alive, but it's just him by himself while everyone else is respawning. They're just going to start back up, pushing the payload. They still got about 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Forerunner does get a pick onto the Ashe as Hanzo, but the res does go off. Great use of the Sigma shield to give the Mercy a chance to res. Bob is going to be coming out, and Forerunner will go down, but that Bob is going to be causing all sorts of issues. There we go. Sorry, I was trying to get the controls set up right, but Udai does swap over to... Yeah, just swaps over, but doesn't seem to be working as well with the Sombra. But now Marion's got a minute 35, and they got to get to that first checkpoint. Now Argo gets picked up, but Marietta's trying to push the payload. Forerunner does take down one, but it's going to go down to the Sigma, and we're going to see the res coming out, and ultimates are going out left and right. The Sigma ult's coming out, Coalescence is coming out for Juggernaut, but it's going to get picked off. That Widowmaker getting some insane headshots, although Argo gets a headshot himself onto the Widowmaker. But C4 Gamer swaps over to the Sigma, but now there's less than a minute remaining, and Marietta has to get to that first point, otherwise the map will go to Mount Vernon Nazarene. And Udai does go down. Forerunner's looking for a pick, but that shield's going to keep Sigma up. Now they got about 30 seconds, and they're going to have to make their way over to the payload. Juggernaut gets picked off by the Black Widowmaker. Transcendence comes out for Argo as a way to get Marietta back onto the point. Kiriko ult is going to be coming out as well. C4 Gamer does have his ultimate ready. Going to try to pop it, and does catch 3, but dies in the process, so is not able to finish the ultimate. And we see the Twin Dragons coming out, but it's not going to be enough. Mount Vernon Nazarene will win the map 3-0. Play of the game will be Nami as the Ashe, so I'm going to guess it's going to be one of the plays that involve Bob. Or maybe not, just getting the pick onto Winston in the air, also going to pick onto the Genji. basically taking down 4 of the Pioneers himself. So we are going to see that Mount Vernon Nazarene will be at match point. Just a dominating performance there. But yeah, just getting picks left and right, not giving Marietta a chance to make a move. Kind of very similar to what we saw in map 1. But we are going to see push. And it looks like Marietta has chosen Coliseum. So we should be starting very soon. Just going to make sure I have everything on the stream deck ready to go. But I think we're just going to be waiting for ready checks. This one doesn't matter on the sides so much. It's not like an escort or a hybrid. But we are just waiting to see. Yeah, ready checks are coming out. We're just waiting for Mount Vernon Nazarene to be ready. Still waiting for them to be ready, by the way. But I'm sure they're going over some things here. But yeah, it looks like they are ready, so we should be starting any second. And yeah, here we go.
Arriving at Coliseum. Initiating match.
But yeah, it is. Oh wait, I think they were. Hold on, I think they wanted to. We might have to reset real quick because it looks like Mount Vernon Nazarene was not ready. I think they're going to try to do a swap. Yeah, they're saying they're not ready, so we're going to reset the lobby real quick. They want to do a quick swap to get everyone get the right roster in. I think they want to bring in they want to bring in Conman for E-Gunner. So we're going to get that set up, and then we'll be back into Coliseum. Alright, gonna try the ready checks once again. Alright, let's try that again, folks.
Arriving at Coliseum.
Okay, press B for spectator options. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it all as is. Okay, yeah, that's all good. Okay, folks, we don't get a chance to see push a lot. But man, look at this artwork here. I mean, was that a track over there? Yes, it is. I don't remember seeing that when I visited Rome many years ago. And then the good old Coliseum. But alright. So, the name of the game is Push. Since it's been a while since we've seen one of these, we got this giant robot, and we gotta push it and escort it to the other side. And whoever gets there the farthest wins. So now, Marietta is going to be bringing out Reinhardt's for tank. Borderlands is going to be bringing back the Cassidy. Udai bringing out the Symmetra, probably looking to use the portal to jump a little bit further ahead. But we're going to see the Ramatra coming out for Mount Vernon Nazarene. Going to try to use those sentry turrets, but gets taken out very quickly. But now the objectives available. Marietta is on the robot first. But Mount Vernon Nazarene is looking to make a move. Reinhardt's trying to fight against Ramatra. Gets the fire strike and gets a good damage onto Kiriko. Almost goes down, but C4 Gamer has to fall back. And we're going to see C4 Gamer is going to end up falling down. You died maybe a little bit too forward, and Juggernaut's too forward as well. And going to get taken down. And we're going to see the Halo going to Mount Vernon Nazarene. Although Marietta did get a little bit of a push, but they're going to have to regroup. Now we kind of see where the point is that Mount Vernon Nazarene needs to get to the lead. So now they're going to take the lead.
Team has lost the lead.
So Marietta keeping the same composition as before. Trying to use the shield. Just trying to put damage onto that Ramatra. And they do get a pick. Udine ends up falling. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. They're going to try to stop the Mercy from rezzing. Does get the res off. And Shatter's already online. Poor Runner getting a pick, but is going to fall. Ramatra popping the ultimate right as he gets up. And that is going to allow Mount Vernon Nazarene to take the fight, and they'll continue to push the robot. An interesting choice with the sentry turrets right there. I don't know if that's gonna do a whole lot. So we're gonna see Argo on the Lucio, trying to take down the Ashe. Does have Soundberry ready. Coalescence is coming out for Juggernaut. They're going to use that to claim the robot, because they do get a couple kills.
Match this BPM.
Now they will start pushing, but Mount Vernon Nazarene is right by there, ready to contest. And they do have 3 ultimates ready to go, but Marietta has 3 ultimates themselves. Kirko ult is going to be coming out, and here comes the barrier for, and so is Bob. But Poor Runner and Udine already go down with the Death Blossom. And we're just seeing with the combination of Bob and Death Blossom that Mount Vernon Nazarene will secure the payload and start bringing it back. Well, it's technically the robot, not the payload. Marietta is looking to contest. We're going to see C4 Gamer does have Shatter ready. Maybe you look at the play. But that shield comes up just the last second too late. Does catch 2. Deadeye's going to come out. And Porter Runner gets 2 from that. And that's going to be a team kill for Marietta.
That was some fine work.
The conflict has found us.
So now they're going to try to push. At this point, the only ultimate that's ready is Sound Barrier by Argo, but Valkyrie for Mount Vernon Nazarene is just about ready. So Marietta is going to start pushing. Dynamite comes out for Ashe. And Juggernaut does get taken down, and Mount Vernon Nazarene is going to start moving in. Udine gets taken down. Water Runner has to fall back. Taking a lot of damage and ends up falling. And now Mount Vernon Nazarene is going to take the robot over. So Marietta to make a little bit more progress, but just not enough to take the lead just yet. 5 minutes and 15 seconds remain in this map. So Marietta needs to get the robot a little bit farther to take that lead. But Mount Vernon Nazarene is trying to buy some space. Ramatra contesting this spawn up here. Poor Runner already taken out by the Ashe. Meanwhile, Mount Vernon Nazarene is going to secure that first checkpoint. See, Valkyrie's going to be coming out, but here comes Coalescence trying to take down the Valkyrie, but got to keep everyone alive first. Ramatra's going to be popping an ultimate, and Juggernaut's going to fall as a result. Argo takes down the Ashe, but Mount Vernon Nazarene is going to continue the push. Then we're seeing the barrier coming out, but Kiriko ult coming out from Mount Vernon Nazarene as well. Argo's going to go down, so right now we see people starting to respawn, but Mount Vernon Nazarene's going to continue their push, trying to take out the teleporter. So we're seeing that robot heading right up towards the those archways. Now 4 minutes remain, and Marietta's falling very behind. You see the Udine does have a barrier ready and doesn't pop it yet, but Bob's going to be coming out. And we're seeing Udine and C4 Gamer get taken down, but that bomb causing a lot of problems, and Mount Vernon Nazarene is going to continue to push. Porter Runner is going to have to reset, but they're just almost at the end, and that's all going to be that Mount Vernon Nazarene is going to need to win the match. Marietta is going to try to do one more push. Barrier is going to come out, and they're going to go rush right onto the robot. The attacks are going left and right. Shadow's going to come out and catch two of them, but C4 Gamer's going to fall, but Udine's going to take down one. Solo Porter Runner looking to take down the Mercy, and they will do so. So they get the team kill, but they are very behind. 3 minutes to go in this game. I think Marietta is going to have to maintain the payload for the remainder of this map if they want to take it. Marietta gets the robot back to the center, but now they're going to push forward, but Mount Vernon Nazarene is contesting, and Ramatra pops the ultimate and takes down Juggernaut and Argo, so the supports for Marietta are down, so now they're going to be able to push Marietta back. And they're looking to buy even more space. C4 Gamer is going to fall. And we're seeing Mount Vernon Nazarene just continuing to put pressure at that last spot. So we see there's just not that much of a distance that they need in order to secure the map and the match. So now Marietta needs to jump onto the robot right now. And the Kiriko ult's going to be used. And so will the window for Argo. Immortality Field. Coalescence coming out for Juggernaut. Gets one. We see the blade coming out for Porter Runner as well. So Marietta's trying to hold as much as they can. They do take down the Reaper, but Ramacha's going to get respawned by Mercy. And Marietta will secure, but that just eats more of the clock. So Marietta won the fight, but right now the time is in Mount Vernon Nazarene's favor. With a minute 25 remaining, now they got to take all this time to escort the robot back to its spot. And they're going to have to make a massive push to stay alive in this series. And we're going to see C4 Gamer actually going to bring out Ramacha himself. Barry's going to come out for You Died. But here comes Bob and Death Blossom for Mount Vernon Nazarene. And we see two of the Pioneers have fallen. C4 Gamer taking a lot of damage. And he's going to end up going down. So once again, Mount Vernon Nazarene does secure the robot. Less than a minute to go. At this point, Marietta cannot afford to lose any more fights if they want to stay in the series. Their Mantra ult's going to be coming out once again, taking down Argo. And just putting a lot of pressure on Marietta, but the robot's now onto the push spot, and Marietta's dropping one by one. And just a smidge left. And that is going to do it. Mount Vernon Nazarene will take game 4, 2-0. Play of the game will go to Doster as Ramatra. Just great gameplay there using the ultimates. So unfortunately the Pioneers will fall 3-1, but the fact that they did take a map on Mount Vernon Nazarene is a great accomplishment for this team. But all right, so we are supposed to be playing Alma technically 3 minutes ago. So I think what's going to happen is the team's going to need just a couple minutes to kind of breathe a little bit, recover. We're going to recreate the lobby, and then we'll be back in just a minute or two with our second Overwatch match. So don't go away. Make sure you hit the right button. We'll be back in just a few minutes.